Hi trainers, I'm Teeds. How's it going? So Pokemon Unite Japan has just posted the patch notes for Pokemon Unite, obviously. And we're seeing a bunch of changes here to the major Pokemon. So these are the translated patch notes. It may be a bit off, but I will try to translate it and break it down for you as best as I can. So the first Pokemon we have here is Sableye, I believe. It seems to be disturbing the Unite battle as usual, but the interruption time when all the moves are concentrated was too long. So we adjusted down the knockdown and suspicious lights, which is confusion, I believe. So the knockdown, waiting time, or knockout, I guess, I can't remember exactly what it was called, but the waiting time, 7.5 seconds to 8.5 seconds, and the effect of interfering with the opponent reduced by about 20% overall, and the confusion time, 2.5 seconds to 2 seconds. So this Pokemon has a 54% win rate. It is insane. It is crazy. It's doing a lot of things in the game that are just not very nice. And as well, I forgot to say, this patch note should be released today, I believe. I think it might be today. It says the 4th, and it's the 4th in Japan as well. So I'm assuming it's today. But yeah, we are seeing some changes here to Sableye, who is just wreaking havoc, has pretty much been wreaking havoc since its release, hasn't really stopped, hasn't slowed down. Sableye is just insane. Next, we have Zacian. So Zacian, oh man, Zacian is interesting. So Zacian is free, a free Pokemon. A majority of players have gotten it for free. A lot of players aren't playing Zacian as well, like creators and stuff. Zacian has a 54% win rate at the moment. It's doing crazy. Zacian, who was feared and revered, I don't know if I said that right, as the sword of the Fairy King on Aeris Island, has been adjusted downwards in mobility so that he can be countered by cooperating with his allies, which is typical of Unite battles. So the attack has been decreased. We are seeing more of like an early slash mid game. We are seeing more effects on its early to mid game, etc. But the 560 here is actually the same as it is now. So at level 15, it will still have the same attack stat. However, before that, it will be lowered. And here, how to fight. I think this is agility. Remove the effects that removes the interference effect you are receiving. Wait time 9 seconds to 10 seconds, and the acceleration effect 50% to 30%. So Zacian is insanely broken. Creators, including myself, have said that Zacian may be just the most broken Pokemon ever released in Pokemon Unite. Creators are refusing to play it because it's just so overtuned. A lot of people don't want to use it because they just feel bad of how broken it is, and they feel like they're abusing a bug in a way, because Zacian is just wow. I can't even explain how the reaction to the community, like the community reaction, the Reddit posts I've read, it's just crazy. I was on vacation when Zacian was released mostly, so I missed a lot of the time when it was just doing a lot in the game, and I'm now here for when it's getting nerfed. So I will try it out to see how it feels after it's nerfed. I am very curious to see if this will knock Zacian down, because Lucario, speaking of dogs that were OP, Lucario was very OP once upon a time, and it took a very long time to get it into the spot that it is like now, more balanced and stuff. Still really good, but more balanced. And Lucario really survived all its nerfs. So I'm wondering if this will do that for Zacian. Next, we have Mew. So Mew, through Unite Battle, it was difficult for other Pokemon to catch. So we adjusted the synchro downwards. The performance of the move in the early stages of the Unite Battle was higher than other Pokemon. So we adjusted Electro Ball and Solar Beam downwards. So Mew has insane early game, especially with Solar Beam. It can really just steal, farm, take, farm, etc. Mew is incredibly hard to catch. It is very hard to chase down a Mew. Lots of mobility, lots of movement. It's just crazy. So they are actually increasing the cooldown of its move reset by 5 seconds. So from 20 seconds to 25 seconds, which is a lot. 5 seconds added to that time is a ton, especially if you're somebody who pretty much does it on cooldown to try and get it like bam, 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 you know what I mean? If you're like me, who takes a long time to choose anyway, I'll be using that whole 25 seconds to really look at the moves to decide what I want to use. And Electro Ball, the damage amount has been decreased by 10%. And Solar Beam, the wait time from 9 seconds to 10.5 seconds, so they added 1.5 seconds to Solar Beam. Mew has a 53% win rate right now, almost 54%. It is the 4th highest winning Pokemon, so they've really attacked Zacian, Sableye, and Mew. Next we have is Glaceon. So Glaceon, the amount of damage dealt to the opponent by Frozen Wind was too high, so it has been adjusted downwards. The Chilly Wind, the damage amount 12% decrease. So Chilly Wind is Icy Wind. Glaceon's win rate at the moment is 51%, so not as high as the other ones, but still doing extremely well. Next we have Trevenant. So Trevenant's I am so shocked because I was gone on vacation when Trevenant was rising to the top. Trevenant has a 52% win rate. It is doing very, very well. I love Trevenant and I was like, dang, I'm not here for the Trevenant meta. But Trevenant's Wood Hammer was too disruptive, so we've adjusted it down. Tammy Wake doesn't want your opponent's Pokemon to share the damage. I adjusted it downwards so that I can escape when I hate it. What? The translation. So the Wood Hammer wait time went from 5 seconds to 7 seconds, and Pain Split, I believe, the movement speed increased 45% to 35%. So we are seeing some changes in Trevenant here, and I'm really curious to see what it will do to Trevenant. I remember when Trevenant was first released, people weren't super stoked about it, and it slowly just got better and better and better, very, very slowly. So I hope it's not super duper bad, because Trevenant is actually one of my favorite defenders, and I'm not here, or I wasn't here for when Trevenant was doing its best, so I'm kind of sad about that, but it's fine. I'm sure some of you are really happy about it because I have seen some complaints about Trevenant. Next we have Charizard. So Charizard, I believe, is getting a buff. The heat of the flames it spits out hasn't been noticeable lately, so we've adjusted its normal attack upwards. At the same time, the Unite move, Arc Slasher, which makes the flames the hottest, has also been adjusted upwards. Arc Slasher, what? Normal attack, the damage amount 10% increase, and the Unite move, required Unite move gauge reduced by about 10%. So we're going to see more Charizard Unite moves, and its basic attack, I think, has been increased. So, okay, well, Charizard is doing really bad at the moment. Its win rate at the moment is 45%, so it is really, really struggling right now. They want to see Charizard do better. A lot of Pokemon at the moment are actually really struggling. So it's interesting that they've only selected some Pokemon to buff. Next we have is Zoroark, who is also struggling at a 46% win rate. Agile Pokemon have increased in Unite Battle. I don't know which move this is. Trick Out and something have been adjusted upwards so that it can fight with speed that can compete with other speed type Pokemon. I believe it is Night Slash and Feint Attack and Cut that are being changed here. So the wait time 10 seconds to 8 seconds, and here 9 seconds to 7 seconds for the upgraded version. I think this might be Night Slash. And then for Feint Attack, wait time 7 seconds to 6 seconds, and then 6 seconds to 5 seconds for the upgraded version. And then for Cut, the cooldown has been reduced as well from 5.5 seconds to 4.5 seconds. So they want Zoroark to be quicker, basically. They want it to have more combos, lash out quicker. We're seeing some changes to Zoroark, who does need some buffs because it is struggling as well. And that's it. So they have chosen to buff Charizard and Zoroark out of all the Pokemon that, I'm not unhappy that there are buffs for these Pokemon, but there are a lot of Pokemon that need help. So a lot of Pokemon are actually in the 44 to 45% win rate, which is crazy. And then we have all of these Pokemon who are getting buffs. So Mew, Zacian, nerfed, Mew, Zacian, Sableye. And honestly though, these Pokemon getting nerfed might actually result in the other Pokemon doing better. So all the Pokemon that are struggling at the moment may just do a lot better now because these Pokemon are getting nerfed. So it's like power creep, I think it's called. I'm not too sure. But Comfey is the highest winning rate Pokemon. It is untouched at a 55% win rate. Comfey, however, was struggling extremely bad. I'm wondering if Comfey just needs a really good Pokemon to go on. A lot of players are using Comfey on OP Pokemon. So Comfey is being used on Zacian or Trevenant. So I'm wondering, because these Pokemon are so strong, that's why Comfey is doing so well. So we'll see if the nerfs to these Pokemon, since they're so overtuned anyway, I'm wondering if that will bring Comfey down naturally. But yeah, I would love to know in the comments down below what you think about these changes, and also if there are changes that you think they should make instead of these Pokemon, or additional to these Pokemon. I'd love to know. Thank you so much for watching, trainers, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Feel free to subscribe to the bell. Bye!